Okay. Auxiliara. We have the new system. Where is the little problem? There he is.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you've found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Thanks, Droney.
Meeting with the council didn't go too well, huh?
It was less than ideal.
Yeah, that's a shocker.
Whole worlds are being lost to the Reapers. What more will it take?
Who knows? Hell, maybe the council's just taking petty revenge for Shepard hanging up on them all those years ago.
Wait, Shepard did what?
Sorry, I think we're going through some dark matter. Hello? Hello?
Thanks, Joker. Real good.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Oh,
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
There's still a lot of people alive down there. I have to remember that.
You will. It's the war we warned everyone about for years. And if I know you, Shepard, you'll make them proud.
Shepard doesn't think that. Remember Farron? The guy who helped get our corpse back and then we saved in return? Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armour mod kit to the Normandy. Technically illegal in Citadel space, this kit's Omnigel converter and manufacturing fabricator can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armour. Nice. Improving shield strength or adding thermal clip compartments. So it's plus 5 ammo capacity, plus 5 shields. Oh look, it's Tally. If we're running around with 3 guns, I don't think we'll need extra ammo. But I might be wrong. There's going to be a lot of shooting. Go shields.
Hello again, Shepard.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them.
There's a lot of glare on
The
this.
civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
He is a problem.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive
Oh.
man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
That's impressive.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers.
Yeah.
It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
So is that drone your new secretary?
Glyph is a VI shell that indexes my search functions on the data feeds. I couldn't work without it. Although I'm lucky EDI let Glyph on board after it tried to rewrite her scheduled tasks.
I was merely attempting to standardize the ship's automated systems to our own, Dr. Tassoni.
Yes, that's precisely why you're confined to the cabin.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
Great.
It's that high tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
She looks good in this one. I mean, she looks good in
This
everyone,
terminal
but
contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
it's very kind of her. Considering I probably shouldn't have access. Message from Operative Farron to the broker. I made contact with Tazik yesterday. The look on his face was priceless. He's not happy you put me in charge of scouting the terminus systems, but he's doing a good job in keeping us alive. I've never seen so many pirates and mercs on edge. The black market's unreliable, and it's getting harder to make contact with suppliers. The Alliance won't be able to rely on it as a source. Crucible materials along if it gets worse. So we're working with the black market to get materials as well. It really is bad. Mind you, we work with Cerberus, it's nothing new there. Some of the other operatives we think we should cut our losses now. Some of the other operatives think we should cut our losses now. But I just keep asking them, or did the odds ever stop the broker? Farron, P.S. I hope you finally got our little friend Droney to stop saying shadow and broker out loud. Same sentence to anyone in sight. Prothean notes. Is this Liara's notes? From 2171 to 2185? Yeah, these are Liara's old notes. 2171. The University of Ceres agreed to sponsor me for Prothean Dig on Draytrop. Very exciting. Artifacts from the Third Age, not Fourth. Ruins. Goddess. This is 2 years ago. How does that work? Should it not be 3 years by now? 2 years dead, the entirety of the game. Yeah. Interesting. There's,
Please enjoy your day.
like, again, there's so much to read in this game again. Like, 2 has messages, some of them are pretty good. There's a lot of stuff in this one that just kind of filler. I remember when Grunt used to headbutt things in that room. And he tried to kill me. Good times. There isn't a model there. Did you get it? I obviously didn't get it. God damn it, the hamster's loose. Space hamster is loose. I repeat, space hamster is loose. Oh, they put all my ships down here? Well, that sucks. I just heard him meep. Come here, come here. Come here, you little bastard. Come on. Come back. Come back out. How did that not... like, we're on him. We're on him. We were on him. Game. Jesus. It'd be easier to land a throw on him. I'm gonna come from here. Right, I've hit the pickup thing 3 times when it's been on white. He's just doing laps, making me look like a fool. No, camera, camera, camera. How are you not focusing on him? It's right there. Right, we know he comes here. Come on. Oh my god, camera! How the fuck is this not working? What's he been eating? Oh, piss off. This camera is shit. Got him. How the... Right. You little bastard. I can't even pull up a throw. Finally. Got him back though. We'll put him back in his cage. We have a new engineer. Engineer Adams? Oh, fun times in this engine room. Hey Adams.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chakwas contacted me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors.
Of course you
I
did.
refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
That's fair.
Your alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger.
Jesus.
The ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
Good.
And that means...
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range.
Nice.
Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Good.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Good.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'm glad you're back on, Adams. This engine room is looking a little short on crew. And we're going to need to change that. Oh, that's what the weird light thing was. It's a stupid dog. This is Saeed's old room that is now... Where's the trash compactor? You knocked over a wine glass. Must be behind. Oh.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two...
Why
I
do you
can
know
deal
about
with.
this stuff?
That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air restoring.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
I'd rather not. It's just sad that she's a pointless character. It's, she's voiced by, and meant to look like, she doesn't really, but meant to look like Jessica Chobot. She was IGN presenter at the time. Can we not even pet the dog? You've landed me with this dog and we can't even pet the damn thing. Oh, procurement. Set of Casa and Spectre. We know what Spectre is. Casa. The Indra's nice. Mag upgrade, melee stunner. Melee stunners are okay. Oh, we might need some assault rifle stuff. Inferno ammo should just give me that. This is where we get the shuttle model. We'll have that. No, what's Casa? We got here weapon upgrades. Oh, we buy them, we don't find them out in the world? Huh. Don't remember that. And as I don't want to use any of these weapons as such for longer than we need to. Cortez?
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Tell me.
Good work, Lieutenant. What have you got?
Dios! Straight to business without even a hello? You two need to chill out.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead.
Hammerhead,
In my
you say?
experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them.
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
Cool.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
Yeah. Shame.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype
Nice.
stealth technology based on the
Oh.
Normandy design.
Nice.
For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Not Vega. Got it.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
I hate Vega.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Makes sense.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
Thank you.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
That's fair.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, Commander.
There is a movie, an animated, like hour-long thing, with James Vega's squad during the events of Mass Effect 2. Yay, the SR1. Vega, like, he's voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., who, as a voice actor, is actually very good. He was Kanan in Star Wars Rebels, and I quite like Kanan. As a person, he just seems like, I don't know. Quarian? You mean Quarian ship? He's just, I don't know. We wouldn't get on. Let me put it that way. Hey, more stuff. He's got some interesting views, and I disagree with a lot of what he says. And he comes across as a bit of a jock, you know. And that works for him because he's an actor and he's does all weird shit and has more money than most people could ever think of, probably. And he's married to Sarah Michelle Gellar. but he just winds me up whenever he's in anything. And Vega is basically him just 3 times the size. But the thing with Vega is, and we'll learn this if we spend time to speak to him, which we probably will, because we have to, Vega does have a backstory. But he does wind me up. And he won't be coming on many missions. You want to stop that?
How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Stop
Bet
that!
they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
It's my ship. I go where I want and talk to whoever I want.
Fair enough. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that.
Didn't have access to anything.
Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
I think I can handle it.
We gotta work the rust
Okay,
off.
loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
I want the conversation.
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Tough choice. But it was the right call.
You think so?
We keep going?
I would have done the same.
That's what's funny. You were doing the same thing. You took out the collectors. We never needed that intel.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
I do.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Stay
Maybe
down.
you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
You got one free hit.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, loco.
Do we want to take the hard line with him?
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
I don't think he responds well to discipline. Oh, fortification available. Great, useless skill. Just like Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1, we get to choose. They better be locked in for when we hit 0G and stuff like that. We're under thrust at the minute. I don't know how gravity works in Mass Effect on ships. Right, we need to push on. Yeah, I don't know if it's anything like Trainer. We haven't been around here yet.
Come to check on your new recruit?
Absolutely.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
It's not much of a choice.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
Okay, we're going to work up to that one.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge.
I just
for
shoot
me,
things.
Anyway.
Oh, I suppose no, we're tech. We're a Sentinel. We have tech knowledge.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer.
London to the
If they stayed
Terminus
in
systems.
London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
You're probably right.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
It's so easy that we slip back into the pump everybody else up Alliance hat like line of thinking.
Carry on, Specialist.